Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's episode we're going to continue along with the environmental tech. A few episodes ago we made the solar panel. It's currently not working because it's nighttime, but we made a solar panel from my environmental tech. It's doing so far so good. I mean, we still have our other power set up until it runs out, but yeah, the environmental tech's up and running. And in order to progress to the tier 2, we have to create the void ore miner. So we're going to go ahead and take care of that this episode. I believe I have everything already crafted here. Yeah, I went ahead and crafted everything. I'm going to show you guys the recipes, just so you know, and the name of everything, just so we can understand what's going on here. So, while I was setting up these signs for what I wanted to do this episode, because I sort of want to get back to how I had the signs so I could sort of stay on track and have an idea of what I want to do in the episode instead of just trying to go on the fly. So in this episode, we're going to be doing the void ore miner. Like I said, I already have everything crafted, so it's not that difficult. The only thing with the void ore miner, it's not too quick because of the power that we have. But what it does is it generates ores. It doesn't mine them. It doesn't do anything. It just generates them. And we could always just place a chest on top like what we have up here with all of the other machines. We have a chest on top, chest right next to it. We could do that with this, but the only downside to that is, say I leave that running overnight, just to generate a lot of ores so I don't have to worry about not having any ores in the next episode. If it fills up, we're kind of screwed because it won't keep generating them. So what I was thinking about doing was having a way to automatically input the items into our system. So this is what I'm going to be considering the system when I say it on here, the auto input items into the system from the spawner and from the miner. We're just going to be inputting it into the refined storage area. So I did make a few changes in between episodes as well. The main one I changed was the elevators. As you can see, it's sort of, that's completely different. We'll head over there, but let's head here first. So I did make a little bit of a change. As you can see in the top, where it says Thuts Elevators at the very top gives you a health bar. The whole elevator is different. The reason I did this is when I had the elevator, just a 3x3 here, and that was just going down, to me, it didn't feel right. I wasn't happy with it, I should say. So I went ahead and did some testing, and I feel like I made it better. To me, it made it feel more like an elevator than just a platform going up and down. Technically, that's all an elevator is, but I'll show you, and we'll go through some of the differences that I made. So I believe all the floors are still set up the exact same. So let's head down to the very bottom, and as you'll see, it's more than just a 3x3. This whole caution tape outlined area moves down. So let's go ahead and hit 16. And this whole thing moves down, and the reason that the lights are in the wall, and I'll show you when we get down here. So, he's gonna attack me. I figured. So I had some issues, not issues, but whenever I had the glowstone here, it was fine. The one that I had a problem with was when I had the white light up on top, and I was going up and down. It's not a steady block when it's moving. Like if we were to go back up to 2, see how it's a steady block if you're looking at it? Sometimes it glitches in and out, but it's a steady block. With the light, it kept like falling down like 2 blocks, and it would get into your view. It wouldn't hurt you or do anything, but it was just annoying to look at. So that's why I had to change it a little bit and add the lights to the wall. If we were to take a look at our little setup here, I could just go right through here. So what I did is I used my hammer and I made it so I could mine a 5x5, and then I just set a block in the middle all the way down. And what I did was I just stood right on top of the middle block and just mined a 5x5 all the way down. It felt like the easiest way to do it with the elevator setup that we had. And when you're going down, since it's the whole 5x5, I just made the wall a same block material, and then I just added lights like every 6. Just to keep it sort of uniform. Some of them are off because every floor I added it, so there was one on each side in the middle. But like I said, some of them are off. But so that's sort of like what I did in between episodes. It did take a little bit because I wanted the whole, like the walls and everything to go down with it. But since I don't have it flush with the caution tape, I'm going to call it caution tape. I know it's not caution tape, but it's the easiest way for me to understand. So if this wall was over one and flush with the stone here, it would have worked perfect. But with how I had it set up, the Thuts elevators doesn't make an elevator that big. So that's why I had to just make the walls uniform all the way down, and just this platform moves down. So that's what I did with that in between episodes. Like I said, nothing crazy, but I just wanted to go through and let you guys know what I'm doing in between episodes, so when I get on, it's not a big change. But like I said, yeah, we can head down here. So this is the same setup, same elevator layout, same walls, same white inverted white lamps, the exact same layout, the exact same thing. But this one, it takes us down to where I'm going to be moving a couple things too. It's the same basic thing with the elevator moving down. Same thing with the here. So I don't know if I like these walls. I wanted to use a different mod. It's not too bad, but I wanted to do something a little different than upstairs with the walls. So I used a mod called X Tones. So if we take a look at that, there's actually a lot of blocks here that you can do. A lot of them are very colorful and very obnoxious. So I tried to get one that wasn't too bad, and that's what I ended up with, was just the black walls. Because as you can see, you got like skulls, X's, you got this random stone pattern, I guess you can call it, or it looks like a cube from Portal. There's a few other ones in here, but I ended up just going with the basic Zeta. So the way I made the Zeta, it was actually a lot easier. If you go ahead and just make the Agon, and then you throw that into a chisel, you could craft a lot of them, or basically any of them. So to get the Agon, you just need X-tone tiles and stone slabs. So the tiles are stone slabs and stone. Very simple recipe, very efficient way to get some different block styles, especially since we have that machine that is just crafting stone on stone on stone on stone. So it made it pretty easy to get enough for the walls. I was very confused there, but I will explain this in a second. So this is where I want to start putting some of the bigger machines and things like that. And I want to keep this side with the this elevator going up and down. I want to use this for the machine levels. And then I want to use that elevator for different mining levels, just to keep them separated. So on that one on floor 2, that's where I'm going to be placing the void ore miner. And like I said in the previous episode, it shoots a laser down, has to hit bedrock. So that's why that one block was mined all the way down to bedrock. That's the way for the void ore miner to work. It's not centered in the room, which is annoying. I hope I didn't just point it out to annoy you also, but I just want to give you a fair warning that I do know it's not centered. But we could set this up real quick, and then we can go into the auto input. So let's go ahead down. I am going to need some power. So let's go to the flux power, or the flux networks. We need a point. At least we have what we need. And then I also need a chest. Do I have any chest? Diamond want to work? Perfect. So let's go ahead and head down. Let's set this up. I don't have any. Oh boy. That's fine. I need to next episode, I'm marking it down so I can put it on the sign at the end of the episode. But next episode, I want to set up the wireless thing to our network, because it gets annoying not being able to do it. I want to from afar. So I'm gonna go ahead and destroy this real. Probably not the best area to destroy it, but that's okay. So the reason I have to destroy it is this doesn't sit flush. The void ore miner doesn't sit flush for where it has to go. I don't know how high it has to be, but I'm gonna guess that high. I'm not 100%. You'll see what I'm talking about here. So if you are to left click this, it shows you the blocks required. So to craft a void ore miner, let me go ahead and just show you that real quick. So the void ore miner, you need a block of diamond. Very straightforward. The litherite bricks, or just a litherite. We went through this in the last episode, but you just need 9 litherite for each block. You need 4, so you need 36 litherite. And the litherite's using a green dye, the lime dye, 4 flint, and a diamond, and that creates 4. So that's the recipe for the litherite. So the litherite's taken care of. The block of diamond, straightforward. A diode, glass, redstone, iron. Pretty straightforward stuff here. The laser lens, I'll show you that in a second. And then the interconnect, you need 4 connectors, which is just redstone and iron. And let me go back in there. I wish there was a way to go back. And then you also need a modifier component, which is the block of iron, black concrete powder, and redstone. So that's how you're going to go ahead and get the miner controller tier 1. The laser lens, there's a lot of different ones that you can use, like I said, because it gives you a different percentage to get that ore. So if you're looking for lapis, you would want to go with a blue laser lens because it gives you a better chance of getting it. So I just go ahead and type in laser lens. It's going to be a lot easier to show you the recipe. So you have a clear lens, which is just glass, just 7 glass, very straightforward. That's what I'm using as of right now. I do want to go into the crystal laser lens, and the reason I would do the crystal is it has a better chance of getting the crystals from the environmental tech mod, so you can increase your tiers. So it just gives you a better chance of getting the actual crystals to progress in the mod. But like I said, I just went ahead with the 7 glass to make the clear laser lens, as you can see there. You also need, let me just hit T so I don't have to click it again. You also need a laser lens for the actual multi-structure. So I went ahead and made another one. Same thing, 7 glass. You also need 2 laser cores. So if I just hit R on this, it'll tell me how to make it. Just 4 iron, 3 glass, 2 connectors. Pretty straightforward. You also need 20 structure panels. You can make these in clear so you don't see the blocks, but I just went ahead and just made the basic ones. Iron bars, that's 6 iron. Gold nugget, just place an ingot in, and it gives you 9. And then also some more connectors. That's why I said connectors are a very important piece in the environmental tech. So that gives you 1 structure panel. You're going to need 20 of those. You're also going to need, depending on what tier you're doing, we're working on tier 1, so we need 24 structure frame tier 1s. Pretty straightforward. 1 lapis, 1 iron, 1 interconnect, 2 litherite, and that creates 1. So I did everything in between episodes just so it's a little bit smoother. So if I go ahead and just start right clicking, as you can see how this is like building into the ground and how this is down there, this might not be high enough. It's not. So this is going to have to go 1 more higher to make the base stable there. So let me go ahead and just get rid of all these blocks. Just shift right click with the assembler, and you should be able to destroy everything. The problem is going to be here. Got it. Okay, so this has to go up 1 more. So let me go ahead and place the blocks here. That's how high it has to go. Let me destroy those. And the assembler, we went over the assembler last episode when we did the solar panel, but just in case, just a 2 obsidian, 1 litherite. That's how you craft that as well. Just in case if you don't watch that episode. Yeah, I prefer you just go and watch it, but just in case. So as you can see, it's building the base now. It's starting to place the actual structure blocks. So you can just hold right mouse instead of clicking it, and it'll start placing them. And then once it's done, the light, see the laser here? That's going through that laser lens. If I was to destroy this, it's not going to let me. If I was to destroy this, boom, laser went out. I'm going to go ahead and place this back. Laser's here. That laser indicates that your multi-structure is okay. So let me go ahead and place these back. So that is the structure that you need. So each tier, it's going to get bigger and bigger. That's why I sort of made a bigger room. I might have to actually make the roof higher because I know a couple of them, it goes even higher than that one. So I might run out of room. So I might actually have to take this roof up or take the floor down, whichever way. But roof's probably easier because I don't have to mess with the lamps and I don't have to mess with anything. I'll probably just go up 1. But yeah, that's the structured frame. And that's everything for the actual ore miner. So now all you need to do is, as you can see, if you right click it also, it says assembled in the chat. And then it says who owns it. The usage, it's going to be using 660 FE. I believe it's a equivalent to Redstone's flux, the RF. So I'm going to go ahead and put a point on this thing. I'm just going to go ahead and put it there. And boom. So this is using 6,000 RF a tick. So the FE, you have to multiply that by 10. Because this is, no, now it's only outputting 2,000. Maybe I only have 2,000 to output. Regardless. So if I go ahead and place a chest on, can't place it on top. Let's place it beside it. Hopefully it works. This is just going to generate ores. I'm hoping that it can see this chest here, and I don't have to put anything crazy, and I hope it doesn't have to be on top. I believe you can place it on the side. I'm pretty sure I had multiple chests on this at one time. There we go. So there it is. So that's all you really need is just give it some power, and it'll start generating some ores. So it's going to generate a lot of different ores and materials that most likely you're not going to use. So that's sort of the only downside is you don't get to choose what it's going through. But that's okay. That's okay. Like I said, you can make the different laser lens. Like if we were to look up, let's just do diamond. It might be the only one that people might be wanting to go quicker for. You know what I'm saying? So if we go up on the tabs up here for the different mods that you can get diamonds through, and if we click on tier 1, so if you use a clear laser lens, which is what we're using, there's only a 1.69% chance of you getting a diamond ore. That's not the greatest, but if you want to increase your chances to 5.26%, you want to use a cyan laser lens. So that's going to take effect in basically all of the ores. So if you wanted to get gold, you would use yellow laser lens, and it increases your chances. So depending on how valuable the ore is, the lower the chance, and then if you use the preferred laser lens, it raises your chance to get a higher percentage. So if you were going for a specific ore, say we were trying to get diamond and that's all we really wanted, we could go ahead and use a cyan laser lens, but I'm not going to go ahead and worry about that. I'm just going to let it roll and fill this up and get whatever I can get out of it. So place those back in there. Don't really need a bone in there, but that's okay. I might have to throw a bone later. Go back up. I don't know why it does that little glitch every once in a while where it disappears. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but alright, so I can go ahead and take this off. And then I want to add I was just saying I was going to write it down so I can put it in here so I don't forget. And wireless access defined storage. There we go. Okay, so there might be multiple ways to input items into your storage system. The only way I've never really messed with it with this refined storage. The only time that I've ever used it was applied energistics. So I might have to, this might be some trial and error here. But let's see. Oh, importer. Oh, never mind. All you have to do is just put something on the importer and it automatically inputs it. Ah. The external storage is, say you had like a diamond chest and you wanted to leave the chest and you just wanted the contents of that chest viewable in your crafting monitor. You would use an external storage on that chest, and then the items in that chest would be seen as in your system. So that's what the external storage is. We're going to be using the importer. So let's go back up. I keep thinking that's the elevator. That drives me nuts, especially since that's not centered. Oh, I might have to change that eventually. So let's go in here. Let's go here, and of course I don't have anything for it. I have that. Oh boy, here we go. Okay, so what do I all need here? Importer. I need a gold and red. Are they both made with the basics? No. Okay, do I have any nether quartz? I have some, not a lot. The reason I'm out of nether quartz is I started messing with the 1K storage drives because I wanted to go ahead and start making some more disk drives just in case, because eventually I want to. Ooh, that's draining. That's draining quick. That might have been what it might have used that energy or power to fuel up that thing real quick. Yeah, this is filling up a lot quicker now with that solar panel working. But I was saying something about the 64Ks is because eventually I want this stuff to be auto imported in, and when you auto import this stuff, oh, it gets hectic because this stuff fills up quick. But you could also export stuff into a trash can, so it doesn't, not too bad because I don't use bows. I don't use half the stuff that even you get in here. So a lot of the times I set up an export system where it exports all the garbage and automatically goes into a trash can, so I don't have to worry about it ever again. So eventually we won't have to worry about it, but until then we do. So. But that's why I wanted to craft some more systems. So go back in here. This will all be worked out also. Oh, I don't want to use all that, just in case. But all these machines will be in one of the rooms down there as well. Like I said, the elevator to the right, that's what I'm going to use for all the mods and everything like that for the different floors. The one straight's going to be for mining, which I'm probably never going to use, but I had it there for the beginning because it looked cool. And then the one over to our left here is going to be the one that goes up into the sky for our solar generation. Because the solar panels do get pretty large. And I want to keep the previous tier as well, so it shows like our progress over time and what tier we're on currently. So I feel like it would be a cool thing to do. So I am gonna have to go to the Nether in between episodes and get some Nether quartz, because that's gonna be pretty bad if we run out. So that and that back in there. I needed one of these guys, and I also need one of these guys. I need to go smelt both of these. That's the only reason I want the wireless transmitter set up. Because I'd be able to craft and use all of my stuff standing right here, and I wouldn't have to run from there to here, from there to here. Make it a lot easier. We'll get there. We'll get there. I believe I just got, I put the nether rack back in. Or the nether quartz. Go back into here, here. There we go. Oh. And importer. Bingo. So we are going to need multiple of these, but I want to go ahead and try to set up and get a system going first. So we have the importer. So now, achievement. So now what we need to do is figure out a way to get the items from down there to here. So the easiest way I can think of is, let me destroy this wall and destroy you too. Destroy you. Hey, there's my wall for my little mine. Okay, so this isn't the prettiest way to do it, I can tell you that, but I'm not about the greatest looking way to do things. I just want to set it up so stuff works. If it works, there's ways to maneuver it to make it look better later. So, to get items from there to here, the only way I can think of that would be efficient is Ender Chest. And within the modded Minecraft, which we are playing, so we don't have to worry about it, there is a better Ender Chest, and it's from Ender Storage. So with this Ender Chest, I'm going to go ahead and craft it real quick and then explain why it's a little bit better. It's easier to do when it's crafted. So what don't I have? I don't have white wool. I better have string. I literally have a mob farm going. So, okay, cool. Now we have both. So let me go back down here. I'm just going to place it randomly. So what's nice about the Ender Storage Ender Chest, better than the normal Ender Chest. The normal Ender Chest, you place 2 down, 3 down, 4 down. They're all on the same sort of network. As with these, there's 3 color dials on top using the wool. I can make, say, this first one red, and then leave the last 2 white. And then if I was to set this one down, and I made this last one red, these 2 wouldn't share the same inventory. So you have a bunch of different possibilities because you can change the color of these between yellow, red, blue, purple. Is purple in here? Yeah, purple. You could change the color of these in any order that you want to allow those 2 chests to communicate, whichever ones have the same color. So I can make the front one red, the front one blue, and they won't see each other. I hope you guys can understand that. I believe that's pretty understandable. Basically, color combinations for what chest you want to communicate. If they're not the same, they won't communicate. So it's an easy way to get items from, say, our ore miner. We can make red. Our mob spawner, we can make the last one red. And that's an easy way to configure what chest work, what mod, and where the items are coming from. Just in case, say, our chest from the mob spawner ain't working, we can go right to the color that we need to and figure out what's going on with that color specifically, instead of going from, say we have 15 of these. We'd have to go through all 15 at one time. So that's why I like the ender chest idea the best, is because I feel like it's probably going to be the easiest way to manage what we're trying to accomplish. So let's go ahead and set the importer here. Not what I wanted. Get off of there. Oh, please don't break. Oh, thank you. So set that there, and then I'm going to go dink. So now that should import. Is there speed upgrades that you can add to this? No. Oh, stack upgrade. Okay, so we can't put a stack upgrade. We can also put a speed upgrade. So that means that it's going to pull them in as quickly as possible. If this works. Technically, it should. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go upstairs, of course, because I don't have my wireless thing set up yet. And I want to look at an item that we have exactly... Okay, so we have 451 andesite. 451. If I take one out, I place it in this chest. It goes to that chest. It should go into our network. We should now have 451 again. Cool. So that works. So yeah, to import your items into your refined storage, all you have to do is just make an importer, connect it to your storage, and it automatically puts it in. Nice. That's actually a lot easier than I thought. So instead of running this cable from the... I believe it's that way. It is that way. So instead of running the cable from the actual miner all the way over to here to have an importer connected on somewhere on that line, we could just use an ender chest, transfer the items, good to go. So let me go over to here. Go bink. Let's see what this did so far. Shouldn't have done much, honestly. Oh, yes it did. Yeah, like I said, it generates a lot of weird amber ores, malachite, ruby, ender, amethyst, charged service quartz, that's always helpful. Apatite, so there's really nothing in here that's useful. I mean, some tin, some lead, some silver, some gold, coal, redstone. The only issue with getting all of these here is if you want to get the most efficient, is you'd have to take out the coal, you'd have to take out the redstone, you'd have to take out the lapis, the charged Certus quartz, the Certus quartz ore, the diamond. Am I forgetting any of them? No. You'd have to take them all out individually to be able to do it the right way. And when I say the right way, it's not really per se the wrong way if you don't, but that would be the easiest way. I did not want to do that. That would be the easiest way to get the most out of what you have if you only have fortune that way. We're probably going to set up a... I just want to keep my mouse up. Okay, it is working. So that's how fast it's going to take it. So it doesn't generate that quick. I know I stopped mid-sentence of what I was saying before, but yeah. Let's just put all this in there. Just put that on. Put the chest in there too. It'll input. So it imports pretty quick. But what was I even saying? I don't even remember, honestly. Yeah, we'll set up a I'll think of it. I just had a complete brain dead moment because I'm trying to think about this, think about that, think about a few things at one time. We're gonna set up a processing unit. Not unit, but just a pulverizer and redstone furnace and everything like that for each ore. So we'll have a pulverizer and redstone furnace for gold. We'll have a pulverizer, redstone furnace for iron, or lead, silver, copper, and all the basic ores that we're gonna need. And then depending on if you smelt redstone block ore or if you pulverize it, we're also going to be setting up one for that. So if we redstone furnace it, you get 4. If you pulverize, you get 6. So to be the most efficient, you would set up a pulverizer just for redstone, and then that would output redstone. So we don't have to take it out and break it ourselves. And you do that with the coal, the diamonds, and everything else. It's probably going to be the most efficient way. Not efficient, but the easiest way to get everything. So we can take this off of our agenda here. Wrong button. We take this off. I hate how you can't right click and double click and it doesn't highlight your item. Kind of drives me up a wall. But yeah, now that we have that set up, we can actually go out and do the same thing for our mob spawner, but I sort of don't want to because we don't have a way to get rid of that yet. Oh my god, that scared me. How did that... That Enderman was way over there, just teleported. Oh god, that scared me. Are trash cans in this game? Yes. Cool. So trash cans are in here. Alright. So next episode we're going to be setting this up, the mob spawner. We're going to be setting up the chest to put that over into our system. And then we're also going to set up an exporter to get rid of all the garbage that we don't want into a trash can, so it's permanently deleted off the server. So we'll be doing that in the next episode. I'm also going to be setting up the wireless network. So let me put over here, mob spawner items. That works. And then, like I said, I also want to set up the wireless access to our refined storage, so I can be wherever I want in the range, and I'm able to access the system instead of running back here, then back there, then back here, then back there. So, is there anything else for this episode that I wanted to cover real quick? That should wrap it up for this episode. So, feel free to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. I said bell real weird. I don't know why, but ring that as well, just so you're notified of when the next video goes live. Probably going to be doing a little bit more of a schedule for when I upload next. Because right now I'm just going Monday through Saturday, and I alternate my days between the two series that I'm uploading currently. But what I want to do is I'm going to be doing Minecraft, which is the Feed the Beast. I'm just going to say Minecraft to make it a little bit easier. I'm going to be doing Minecraft on Saturday, Thursday, and Tuesday. So Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. And then my other series, which is my Tomb Raider series, for right now, until the series ends on Tomb Raider, because it's probably going to end a lot quicker than this one. I'm going to be doing that Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then I might also incorporate like a story game daily, like a Monday through Saturday every day, just to keep something else in there as well, so it doesn't get like dried out on watching the same not same content, but same game over and over again. Because I know sometimes that you need a break in between, and then you come back to the series. I know I did that a lot whenever I used to watch Gaming on Caffeine. I used to watch his Feed the Beast Monster a lot. And that's what got me introduced into Feed the Beast. And I would watch like a few episodes, and I'd follow along real well with his videos. Like, I used to build everything he built. I used to do everything he was doing. And I got burned out after like maybe 10 to 15 episodes. And then I went to go play something else. And then eventually I came back and continued right where I left off. So that's why I want to sort of upload multiple things at once, just to keep it a little bit fresh. So on Monday, don't be surprised if there is another upload, another series started. Probably going to be the Division 2, because me and my friend Brandon, we just went through and we beat it. I recorded everything, and I should be able to get that edited and everything like that. It's not really editing. I'm just processing the video basically, and I should be able to get those up and going to start on Monday to keep going. So yeah, I'm going to get and call it there before this becomes too long of a ramble, and I will catch you guys in the next one.